When did you fall in love with comic books?
Oh man, they dodged me a lot. I in high school, I don't know what was going on with me in high school, but it was the time when I should have been like going on dates, and I was very arrested, and I was like, I like this Spawn comic. This is cool. I I thought that I was buying like every Spawn comic, every Spawn number one that I bought was going to be in the future. That was going to be like $30,000. So I hurled myself at that as an investment opportunity. I considered myself an early adopter, and for a while that was just that was the cultural rabbit hole that I fell into.
Right.
And at some point, I realized like there were ads in the back of the comics for the Joe Kubert School in New Jersey, and I thought I didn't have any direction at the time. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was like, I saw that and I thought, oh, I like to draw. I might as well do that. And that's as elegant as that story gets.
No, I listen, man. I started out with my love in the early '90s, and there was no such thing as the John Cuban School or any school for that fact. And drawing is something frowned upon, and often I got sent to detention for. So, yeah,
Oh,
there was definitely there was no encouragement, there was no internet, there was no hooking up with people that were like-minded individuals. And it
yeah,
was just something that, I just never seen myself doing. Like, how the hell would you even get into something like that? That wasn't even something I could fathom. So the fact that
yeah,
you were able to see an ad for a school, trust me, it's a million miles away from where I came from. So that's why I look at everybody in this day and age. I'm gonna be 49 this year, and I say, "Oh my God, if I could have really spent my youth or my teens anywhere near any of these innovations, no telling what I would be." Because I didn't even realize the passion was so strong until the world stood still in 2020, and I was able to
mm,
examine, where are you in life? What would 15-year-old Max say to himself? You start asking, you start pontificating and about things and having this whole, coming to or coming of, enlightenment going on because you have so much time at your fingertips. So, but it was
mm.
really an epiphany for me and an eye opener. So I'm glad that it happened. So um, how did you go about saying to yourself, "I want to do this for a living"? When did
I
that
mean, it really was just as simple as like, oh, I like to draw. I'll go into comic school, and I like Spider-Man, so I'll be the next Spider-Man artist. And that's as complicated as
I
my
like
thinking
I like
was.
how you just have this black and white outlook. Like,
Yeah,
listen, man, this is what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be like this, and it's gonna.
yeah.
But
I
did
was
it?
like,
Okay, but did it pan out to be what you hoped? Since you're a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A high hoping individual. You have a very optimistic outlook.
oh, I I do not. I don't know if that was sarcasm. I do not have an optimistic
Oh,
outlook.
you're not? Okay,
I
okay.
am
So you're a
I am
pessimist or what? Or
like
just a realist, like people like to say?
I mean, I don't know if I'm a realist or if I'm a pessimist, but I
Yeah.
frequently when like young wide-eyed art people will ask me like, "Hey, do you have any tips for someone like me?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do. You're not going to like it. My tip is quit. Get out of the business. Go
Find something
like
profitable.
yeah, find like force yourself to go into finance, become a finance bro and do
That's
this on the
what
side
people
for
like
fun."
that. You
Like,
really gotta like this shit, bro. And, I do construction, and there's always a say like, bro, you gotta show us you're crazy because you gotta have a little bit of crazy to be doing this shit. Like we're out here in the cold, doing
yeah.
wild shit. Like
Mm,
you could be doing a lot better things, kid. Every time someone comes in, we give them that speech to basically scare them out. Like, go save yourself. It's too late for us.
yeah, that's probably a good way to go about it.
Right? And all
Is
the crazy movies, it's too late for you. Save yourself. I'm gonna stay. That's always the most memorable guy in the movie. He's just gonna blow himself up for the team. It's like,
yeah.
man, he went out like a G.
Mm.
I feel like that Maverick, yo. So I understand. Who's your favorite character of all time coming up? It doesn't have to be comic book. Who's your favorite fictional
Oh,
character?
all time like in all of fiction?
Yeah, all fictional character. Mine is TMNT. If that helps.
Okay. Those guys are local to me.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm sitting in Holyoke, which is one town over from Northampton, where they were created.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to be up through Holyoke. I used to enjoy the grinders in Massachusetts.
Yeah, the grinders.
The grinders are fucking amazing, bro. And
Yeah.
what's that thing? I think something Wong Wok, or I forgot the
Uh,
name of this Chinese place, man. With the Chinese food was amazing. Every time I went there to Springfield, I would go there.
Spring. Oh, I never go to the Chinese in Springfield,
Oh man,
but
I don't know. It was way back though. It was like 2010, but it was amazing. And the
oh,
grinders, when I first got introduced to the grinders, that was
I believe you
definitely
though.
became a habit.
Man,
I see you said you lived too long in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is not a bad place.
yeah, it's not that bad. It's nice, especially this time of year. It's really good to be here. Like we just
Yes,
lived
yes.
through January through mid-April, which is just the darkest,
Oh
most
my
awful
God.
time of year.
Seasonal
And
depression is a real thing. Yes, yes. You guys have about 6 months of winter. You know, I'm in New York,
yeah,
so I'm not too far from you.
and then May is your reward for getting through it.
Could please tell me about this awesome cover that I seen? I don't know if it was a pitch that you said you were making. Can you
Yeah.
please take us through that title? Because that cover brought me into the. I felt like I knew the world, and as a writer and a comic book creator who thinks vividly in images, I felt like I knew the story. So
Oh
many
man.
different
Okay.
characters. I was like, okay, they're pulling. Someone's being pulled into a whole world, and this is the world.
Nice. Okay.
Right?
Can
So
you?
I could already see that premise as a writer. We're pulling some reader or somebody who's in their mundane life, and we're introducing them to this awesome sauce that you splashed on that page. Please tell us a little bit
Nice.
about that.
All right. This is a 10-page pitch I came up with because in September I saw the way that this is the pessimism coming at you again. I saw the
Yeah.
way that the wind is blowing, where like AI is killing my job, and
Oh
I'm like
shit.
I'm doing okay with like TikTok numbers and all this stuff, but like that's not translating into money,
The
and I'm
dollars.
trying to figure out how can I apply all this forward momentum into something that actually pays off.
Mm.
And one of the ideas I had was to actually come up with a I have story ideas. I can do everything in a comic except for pencil. Why don't I find a
Okay.
penciler and write a story and do everything except for the penciling and we'll pitch a comic. And I thought,
Like,
okay, that's easy.
duh.
That'll be a solid month of work. And
I wish
then
I was your friend, because that would have been such a duh on you like 3 years ago from me.
yeah, I mean, I've spent so long trying to jump from one thing that I was just floating with, like what is it, treading water, that's the term. I'm treading
Yeah.
water from graphic design to freelance illustration. All these things worked for a while. Nothing ever really caught on. In 2021, I kind of like the NFT thing was catching on, and that kind of paid off for a while. But like that was the only thing. That was the only thing that kind of started to pay off a bit. And
Mm.
then
That
now
bubble
you're
burst.
just yeah. And now I'm sitting here as there's another bubble bursting, and it's AI, and I didn't even get in on that one.
Man, listen, let me tell you that slop is. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? I I'm a solutionary, because complain you can complain, but that doesn't change everything. We all know the saying. So I always coming up with a solution, and I'm not
Mm.
mad at AI, because once the slop propagates and it just becomes immense, what's gonna happen is people are gonna die for real art. They're gonna die for real stories. They're gonna die for human connection,
Yeah,
because it's going to fail to the point where what you thought was an enemy will now be an upliftment to you. So people like you who are creatives, who can actually do the work, don't mind learning, like how I'm learning right now, even learning from you, learning this process and taking the time, like they all say, enjoy the process. And then when you do what you love, success will follow. But we're creatives. We have to multitask. We cannot put all our eggs in one basket. And I've
yeah,
learned early. You have to have your hands in many things. And then hopefully when you
yep,
see what's flowing right, then you latch on to that and put all your energy into that one. But we cannot
yeah,
afford to put all our stuff. Even me as a publisher, I'm a self-publisher. So if it don't work out for you with Image or Boom or all of the guys that you're thinking, please, I'm here. What you look saying has awesomeness. I know a whole bunch of artists that's nothing. And I'm just telling you, even if I'm not involved in anything, I would just throw you the alley oop because creatives like you, original stories like what you're doing needs to be tangible reality in order for us to
Mm,
fight against what's coming. The only way we could fight against that is by doing what we do and doing it on a great level. You know what I'm saying? So that when
yeah.
those things become exhausting, people could seek out what they're us. We'll be like the oasis in the desert. That's the
Mm,
only thing I can say to that. So don't ever feel down about that, especially a man of your talents. I find myself to be a scout because I look at artists as the rock stars of this whole thing, even though they don't get treated like it or often at times, especially when it comes time to get paid.
mhm.
But but one thing I know is talent when I see it, and that's something that you do have. And one thing I could say,
Oh, thank you.
yes, and one thing I could say from this interview, if you don't get, I am working on my I'm about up to page 11 on my 24-page comic book called Dr. Doolittle Jr. and the Creature Catchers,
Oh, nice.
and you can see it's inspired by TMNT just by the name, and because I'm a
Huh.
big fan. So that's just me taking that public domain title and going really crazy with it. I'm up to page 11 of a 24-page first issue. And I'd just like to say you got the job. We'll just discuss pricing and stuff on private. And you'll be my letterer when that finishes. When I get the 24th page, and learning from you, it will come with a character bible and a fully drawn out script, so you could understand
Nice.
why. Because I learned that from you, and I don't want to be the a-hole client. So
Yeah.
I'm really taking tips, just so you know your videos are not made in vain. And I'm gonna make sure I have a nice write up, a summary, so I can pull you into the world that I'm creating, so you'd understand with the team.
Excellent.
The team consists of 5 characters. They're all different, and you'll be able to know their personalities. So I can have. I want and my artist. I'm just want to say I'm 1,000% pleased with him. I think I found my Jack Kirby to my Stan Lee. And if you
Mm,
could be that letterer, we could be the Holy Trinity.
nice. I
Just
I
like let
also
you
found
know.
I feel like I found a really good guy for my pitch. I found
Yeah.
a dude named Matt Childers who when I found this guy, it felt like an undiscovered talent. And
Hmm.
I threw this at him like, hey, I don't suppose there's any chance you would want to go in with me on this pitch. And he was like, yeah, sure. And I felt this feeling of like, oh, no way. Okay. Because
No fucking way. Just that
yeah,
answer right there alone. You don't get that, bro.
yeah. And he's so talented.
He
It
did the
really
cover?
does feel like, yeah, he's the guy that did the cover art.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh. Well, he is Omega level. What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah,
Those
he's
fucking
really good.
characters are amazing.
He's great, man. And he did the whole
Man, bro.
he did all the
Woo.
pencils and I did all the inks and the I like I said the colors and the letters and I'm really proud of what's there and I think if it I haven't gotten any responses. I pitched it in the beginning of
Listen to
May and
me.
obviously nothing's coming in yet,
Closed
but
doors or just open opportunities elsewhere. If it does not thing, we will take this bad boy to Kickstarter and get it funded.
yeah, I'm
We'll
terrified of
try.
that. I'm
I'm
so bad with
telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Listen, my first Kickstarter, I did over 5,000 on my first Kickstarter.
yeah,
Out the gate, never did anything. Just like you,
nice.
just like how you did that pitch, and that usually never happens. I did my Kickstarter over 5,000, and this is when I officially started my show, which was in 2021, because I was so amazed that me, a middle-aged guy, found a whole algorithm of other middle-aged guys pursuing their dreams. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this shit. Started pinching myself. I was a fanboy, and I just started interviewing everybody in the business, just like you. I was interviewing
Nice.
people who were working for Marvin Lee, and I didn't even know. Like, yo, you know that guy's like 20 years in the bit. Oh shit, I didn't know that. I just hit him on the DM, and he said sure, just like you. I was just a fucking fanboy. Everybody else is amazed, probably like, oh, that guy would never answer me. Me being, dum dum dum, where did he go, George? And then I just walked in and, oh my gosh, you guys are cool. You want to come on my show? And then, boom, you know what I'm saying to you? So at the end of the day, jumped into it. I was a rookie. Everybody supported me from doing my show. And the thing to me with comic books is I buried 5 family members, right, in
Mm.
2023 and 2024, including my father, who was like my foundation. He was like the
Oh,
greatest man I ever knew. And I was on the brink of depression, and my love for this medium and bringing this Dr. Doolittle Jr., as you see on my shirt, back to into fruition, because these characters been with me for over 10 years. So to see them come across the pages is almost the thing that made me want to cry. And then I remember me selling my first comic book, and my father was behind me, and that's the last video I have of him before he died. And he was just
Hmm.
smiling from ear to ear as he watched me pitch comic books to people. And that
Oh
moment right there brought me out of all depression, brought me back, started doing my show like I'm doing the show right now with you. And now, boom, I'm taking pre-orders for my next comic
man,
because I love it so much. So don't you think like, yo, this medium ain't nothing. No, listen, man, you doing what you're supposed to do, and you're right where you're supposed to be, and you're getting the revelation you're supposed to be. This is your journey, and no one else could do that like that. So if you don't, or these people, because number one, when you give these pictures, you got to understand something, right? You're giving a pitch to someone who's taking pictures, thousands of pictures. They don't know you. This is just a
yeah.
lot, right? Plus, me having a finished comic. See, this is my first issue of my comic book, right? I'm going to do this
Oh, that's
first issue
nice.
of my second title. So this is my first. This is me just jumping in the water. I didn't know how to swim. I didn't know how to do nothing. But you know what the journey led me to? The first person who did my pencils did this for a living, right? Me living out my hobby. I'm a construction worker trying to make my dreams come alive. And he told me, because I was the client, he didn't want to tell me what to do. I had to tell him, listen, bro, I'm like a blank chalkboard. I don't know nothing. I need you to
Huh.
teach me. I don't even know that the writer's name goes first and the artist's name goes second. Little details I don't pick up just as a fan of reading. I didn't pick up all those details. This is what you should do, Max. Don't crowd your panels because you can't get the words in. Don't do this because you da 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 da. Please tell me more.
Yeah,
Here's a bonus for your time. You know what I'm saying to you?
yeah.
So I just want to let you know you're right where you're supposed to be. I did the Kickstarter $5,000. I said, you know what? I'm going to make this one come to life. I tried to do a Kickstarter for the sake, but I was going to too long. I didn't have the same momentum. So that Kickstarter made 2,000. I was going for five. It didn't work. I said I'm going to do it out of my pocket. And I'm going to do it out of my pocket. I'm going to make this come to life, and it's going to be extraordinary. And what you doing in those images on that paper, I could see that story. And that artist is the artist for the story. And the letterer, which is you, that's the whole. When you form that holy trinity, you get consistency of art, you get consistency of story, and you get the consistency of lettering, right? So you get a
Hmm.
whole look and you feel to your universe. And this right here is proof of concept. Oh yeah,
Mm.
I didn't have so many people in my messages right now just from this little show, right? I only have 4,000 followers. I have a small show. I'm not ABC or NBC, but everybody's in my messages like I'm a guru of art when I'm only on my second comic book, right?
Oh
But I
wow,
learn so
nice.
much and I project so much that people think, just same way they come to you, same way I'm coming to you, who's someone who just stumbled on you in the algorithm and notice, okay, this guy understands the art of lettering. He went to school for this. Look at all these tips and things that some I knew already. Some I'm like, yeah, man, I should do that. Why don't I have a character Bible? Why don't I have this? Urging me to go and making sure I have everything I need. So when the time comes, I'm ready. Because luck
Mm.
favors the prepared. Luck always favors the prepared. Everyone goes, oh, when I get my chance, then when the chance comes, you don't know what to do with it. You drop it like a hot potato. But if I got 9 issues of a comic book and you give me a chance, then look out. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because if I did all of this without you, what am I going to do with support? So if
Yeah.
you come to a boom or these studios with five or comic books already with professional art, professional lettering, consistency, character, they're definitely going to take you because they're not looking maybe all the time to develop. They're just looking for what's hot. That's just how business moves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the universe has to push you into doing it yourself. And me as a
Mm.
self-publisher, learning the game, I've learned so much. You know what I'm saying? And you know so much. So it's
Yeah.
like, like you don't even have to have the same journey or the same amount of time, dispensation of time as me. You know what I'm saying to you? So bring us into the work. Give us a short summary of what it is that you're doing
Uh,
there on that concept art.
all right. So the one sentence pitch, I have not yet made a concise little one sentence that
Yeah, it's
carries
called the
the
elevator
idea.
pitch. Gotta have the elevator pitch ready.
Yeah, the elevator pitch doesn't. I haven't yet worked out, boiled down a really good one, but it's
Mhm.
an elderly grandfather that lives in a virtual reality old age home, reconnects with his estranged granddaughter. They begin to go on family adventures together and heal old traumas and uncover a plot to save the world.
Whew. I like the journey with the to heal the traumas, the bond. I can see it over, and it's kid friendly. Like nothing is kid friendly no more. I don't know if it's the invincible blood and gore era that maybe everybody's chasing that dynamic. What happened to the
Yeah,
friendly with Spider Man? You know, the things that got us where we are today as old crazy people that still love comic books. Like it
sadly,
was.
I don't. Sorry, I
Yeah,
just kind of
no,
jumped on top of you there. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay, no problem.
The I don't know that I agree that it's kid friendly because there is shocking violence sometimes.
Okay, well, it looks kid friendly from the images. It really looks kid friendly, man.
Yeah,
But,
it
but
looks,
I just seen, I just had that thought because I guess because I'm trying to make Doctor Doolittle Jr. and the Creature Catchers not like that. Is because I just don't see that no more, and it's like my well, I just missed the era when everything was silly just to be silly, like SWAT Cats and
mhm.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like yeah, they were badass kicking ninja, but they love pizza and skateboards.
Yeah.
That just embodied everything I loved in the '80s. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles embodied the whole era of the '80s, and that's my favorite decade to this day.
Oh yeah, mine too.
The music, the ooze that they had, in the sewer. I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. They ate pizza. I love pizza. The skateboard, and I had a skateboard with a ninja on it.
Mm.
Right in my room while I was reading it. It just embodied everything of that era, of that generation. It would just really peak for me. You know what I'm saying? And just the
Yeah.
silliness of the name, but the seriousness of the fighting. You know what I'm saying to you? So
Mm.
it just really,
Man,
yeah.
if you loved the '80s, you knew that like ninjas were extra magical back then.
Oh,
Like,
extra. They pushed it like Hollywood was American
yeah.
Ninja 1, American Ninja 2. Everything was ninja. Like everything was the Kumite
Yep.
movies.
Like
That
ninjas are
was,
cool now, but in the '80s, ninjas were
oh man,
magic.
they were
You couldn't get away from it.
extraordinarily cool. Like I know right now it's like a passing thing cool. Right there there was nothing cooler. I was a ninja for 5 years in a row. My mom made me a ninja outfit, and for 5 years in a row on Halloween, that was my go-to because I had the sandals from the Chinese store, and my
Yep.
mom was a seamstress. She used to make dresses, so a ninja suit was nothing for her. It was so immaculate. People used to ask me where I got it from. I would smile, knowing that they can't get one.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna tell them my mom will make you one. You were never wearing this.
I used to have I had a mental trick that I did in the '80s. If like I was up at bat at Little League and I really wanted to hit it, I would tell myself I was a ninja and imagine I was, and I'm using my ninja skill to perfectly place the bat, and it would work. Like, I swear, every
It's
time that I did
crazy
that,
when ninjas is forcing you to become your best self.
yeah, and it actually tricked my little kid brain into actually succeeding at what I was trying to do. It was, man, it was the coolest.
So how far have you got with that title? Have you wrote a script like for an issue? What are you trying to do? Like a trade paperback with it, or are you trying to do like single issue floppies, like an
I'm trying to come up
ongoing?
with an ongoing series,
Yes,
which
ongoing
is a
series.
really hard pitch as a new writer. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yes.
But I did put in the pitch like, okay, failing that, I would
Mm.
I would like to do like 5 graphic novels in a row, and I gave a full breakdown of the plot of the first arc, the first graphic novel,
Mm.
and the whole first issue. And I'm hoping that's enough. I mean, I haven't gotten any responses yet, but like they do ask when you send in a pitch, send the whole story, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is a you can't send in all of Invincible. You can't write the whole.
No, but I think what they mean, like if you're doing an ongoing like 24 to 32 page per issue
Mhm.
floppy, they at least want maybe the first comic script, maybe the first
Yeah,
issue of the comic script. So at least remember this is proof of concept. Ideas are like assholes. Everybody's really got one. The proof of concept is like, okay, the art's done, the cover's done, I wrote the script. That's at least someone who's prepared and actually, to me, I don't know how they're viewing things, but if you come into my DM or my message, you say you got, I had an idea too, but I made it come to life. You got to do something. You gotta at least give me the comic script. I think in imagery and sometimes I have the panel layout for a page just when I'm thinking of the page sometimes
Yeah,
because I think it's
yeah,
such vivid imagery. But you could give me a comic script and I could really envision what it is that you're trying to lay out there. You know what I'm saying to you?
yeah,
So
yeah. You can
you
sometimes
definitely have
those
to like
mental
luck
images
favors the
just.
prepared. If you're looking for luck for somebody to think, it goes to the saying I just said. How prepared are you? You gotta have the first script done. It
Mhm.
doesn't do you any damage to do even if they don't take you at all. If the first script is done and you got the cover and the concept art from somebody, if they reject you, you take that comic script, the concept art too, and then boom, it's self-published. It's done on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
Shockwave in
you
the
got to do
comments
that
is
job. You
saying,
got to do that work anyway. So you might as well do it in the background.
yeah,
You
Shockwave
know
is
what I
saying
mean?
if this doesn't work out, we should try a Kickstarter, and
Yeah,
I'm
and the
that's the
Kickstarter only
plan.
requires you to do okay. You got that concept art. Most
Yeah.
Kickstarters where the book is not done, you only need the first 5 pages, and of course the script got to be finished. But you're gonna do the first 5 pages. You're gonna pay your artist for the first 5 pages, and that's it,
Mhm.
right? And then now you have the cover, the full concept, the comic script, and the first 5 pages. No, how are you gonna ask me to invest in you when you haven't invested in you?
Yeah.
Right? So you got the comic script, you got the first 5 pages, and you got the cover. That's all I need to know the comic book. And if the
Well, we
comic
got
book is 25 pages, then you only have 21 pages to go. So you're
yeah,
already a work in progress. The momentum is on and going.
we've got the first 10 pages down.
Oh, that's listen. The first 10 pages is ridiculous. That's double on that one I just suggested. You're more than ready. Couple
Yeah,
that with a
that's.
cover and maybe one or two pinups or cover art, to get the people excited, and then
Mhm.
that's it. You finish. You go into thing. All it is really you're doing. Let me tell you right now, what you're doing as far as getting your numbers up on TikTok, the numbers that you have on Instagram is far more important than any of the work that you're going to be doing on the book. Because
Oh,
marketing
damn.
and promotions is a whole nother animal. It's an animal that's twice as big than the process of actually creating the comic book.
Huh.
And even if you do go on a boom and image and all that, you still have to do your own marketing to bring people to the books. Because why? Because now you're demanding shelf space from people who've never heard of you.
Huh.
Think about the business of comics. You're a business. You're coming from the business end. Why me as a big box retailer or any kind of retailer, my greatest asset is my shelf space. Why should I give that to you knowing that consumers don't want your product? Or never, or worse off than don't want your product. They don't know about it. That's worse. Because
Mm.
they don't want your product means they heard about it, they just don't think it's a good product.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? At least you're in a point of contention. At least you're being spoke about. Like no one doesn't know you. That's the most
Yeah.
dangerous thing. That's the most
Oh,
dangerous.
so
I'm
many.
telling you from someone who's living this. That's why I chose to go the public domain route with my next title called Dr. Doolittle Jr. and the Creature Catchers. Because everyone knows who Dr. Doolittle Jr. It's up to me to explain to you who the creature catchers are.
Huh.
That's how my conversation goes. And that's why I always tell people you can play in the public domain. It is legal to do so. This is why they cut laws. That's why it's not in perpetuity. That the future generations could reimagine what you have said.
That's cool. Do
And
you ever
because
think about bringing other public domain stuff into the
no, I'm
existing
just saying
story?
I
Like,
encourage people if they want to, you can play in the public domain realm, meaning you could take titles that are public and reimagine them under your own artistry.
yeah.
You can reimagine how the characters look, the story. This is why it's Doctor. No one has ever told me when I've talked about my title coming up because I speak to it. I got a T-shirt right now. I walk
Mm.
everywhere with the cover, so I could draw up store. Oh, this is my new comic book. This is why I do this. I'm a
Nice.
jerk. You know what I'm saying to you? So I want to get. I want you to get me talking because I won't shut up. You know what I'm saying to you? And then you're gonna Doctor Doolittle. No one's ever questioned me. Can I use that? Because everyone knows that's a public domain. That's common knowledge.
I did not actually know that Dr. Doolittle was public domain, but like, I believe
This
it.
Google Doctor Doolittle. There's like 7 movies over 7 different studios, and they're all different, and they all own
Huh.
them.
I didn't know they started that far back.
Yeah. Listen, I came up to a writer, right, and a writer had a Hollywood pitch, and he was speaking about his experience, how he's preaching his new book, and I believe it was a sci-fi genre, and he was trying to get the guy into his world, and the guy gave him the nonchalant, yeah, we'll call you, don't call us type of reaction, and he said, yeah, I got a new reimagined Peter Pan for you, and the guy said, oh, when you see you on the next thing, make sure you have that pitch ready. And why was he so excited? Because it's public domain. He know he can copyright it, and he knows it comes with marketing. The marketing is built in. Who don't know Peter Pan? You never heard of Peter Pan? Well, by the way, that's my next title, Peter Pan 3000. Just to let you know.
Peter Pan 3000. He's still a
3000.
boy,
You know
but he's
Peter
starting
Pan,
to
but
deal
you
with
don't
his
know the
childhood trauma.
3000. There you go. And this is why,
Yeah.
and what people don't understand, that blueprint that I'm giving to you is how Disney built his whole empire. Aside from
Oh,
Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Donald, and the gang, which are the only original IPs, everything else was stolen from the public domain.
yeah.
Aladdin, those are Middle Eastern fairy tales. They took Snow
Yeah.
White, they took the Brothers Grimm, they took
Mulan.
and when they ran out of all the public domains title that they reimagined from Frankenstein all the way everything, Mary Shelley, Frank, everything that they took, and when they ran out of things to take, what did they do? They extended the life of Mickey Mouse's copyright because they could take, but you can't take theirs. And then when they were finished with that, they bought Marvel because they ran out of taking things. And Marvel had over 5,000 original characters.
uh,
You see the blueprint? That all
yeah.
dawned on me in 2020. It took the world to stop for me to understand that. And then I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, these niggas built their empire in the public domain. Every single thing that ever Beauty and the Beast. There is nothing that's not been written by another man in the public domain. Can someone name me something? They
You
even
know
did
what's
it in that
tragic about
show
it
that
though?
they had called Storyland. Or what's that show that they had on TV?
Oh, Amazing Stories?
No, it was a Disney story where they had all the Disney characters in the same town.
Oh,
Once upon a time.
I don't know that one.
Once upon a time, it was a show on Channel 7 because that's Disney, and it's called Once Upon a Time. It was a weekly show. It was an hour every week, and it was about Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, and all of these people living in the same village, and they didn't know who they were as comic book characters.
Huh.
Amazing, right? Yeah, they
Mm.
raped the public domain to the point people think that they made the stories. Because if I
The
say
thing,
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, what are you going to think? Disney is a Disney story. What about the Sleeping Beauty? It's a Disney story. Three Pigs, and it's a Disney. No, it's not.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
that's why I mentioned with built-in promotion. Who's Doctor Doolittle? But let me tell you, he come from a long line of Doolittles that know how to speak to animals. But here's why we
Counterpoint.
imagine it. There you go, man. That's what we try to do. Hey, man, I guess you learning something. I'm learning too. But let me tell you,
Counterpoint
those
to all
visuals
that.
are amazing, and there's no way they should not be made. All
Yeah.
right. If anybody looking for a letterer, Tom Martin is your guy. I just hired him. We're going to discuss financials later on in the DM when this is finished. Please click on Tom Martin if you're looking for a letter. If you're looking for an inker, he also does the coloring. Please hit him up. Tom, I like to end with my game that I like to play, and it's called This
All
or
right.
That. And there's no seriousness about it. It's just which one do you pick over the other?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I
So
love
here
these.
we go. We're gonna kick it off. Let's go. So we got Sega or Nintendo.
Oh, see, that's hard because I got different things out of each.
I know, but I'm a
Um,
Nintendo guy. I can remember the day I bought it.
I
My heart
know,
was
but
beating fast.
I think
It's such
okay,
a
this is going to
awesome
sound a little
core
insane, but I
memory.
think I'm going to go Sega because that it hit at the right time in my life and it meant more to me at the time.
That's how it was for me. Nintendo, I can feel my heart beating. Oh, such a core memory. I'm glad.
Yeah,
All right,
I love
Xbox or
Nintendo, but
PlayStation?
oh, I was an Xbox guy all my life until they lost me recently. Like they
Okay.
stopped supporting single player stories, and
Mm.
I gave up. And eventually they came out as a supporting a certain genocidal nation recently,
Mm. Okay.
and I just jumped ship, and now I'm a PlayStation
Okay.
guy.
I feel you. I was
Mm.
always PlayStation though from the jump. All right, Marvel or DC?
Oh, I my favorite character is Superman, but
Mm.
Marvel is more fun, and I stand
Gotcha.
by that.
But Superman's the blueprint, man. You can't
Yeah.
even, yeah. Everybody in tights, they gotta pay homage.
Like I was just thinking today about how Superman's kind of a religious character to a lot of people. He's religion for atheists. Because I ask myself, like, what would Superman do in this situation? And that's kind of a good role model to have if you're just like looking for I want to be a good person. I'm going to imagine this fictional person that I know how he would act, and I'm going to try
Listen,
to
he
copy
was
him.
so good it would really get me upset. But then I started to realize as I got older and more mature, and now I'm a writer. He just when you embody the best of us, you look like a cornball. There's no way
Yeah,
that you can't because we come from a world of the where we reward negativity and the badass look, where you might respect Superman, but he's not your favorite. You like the badass guys like Lobos and you want guys that are like inherently have that streak, the bad boy thing. But he just really embodies the best of us, and it just is.
yeah,
That's why when they try to take him dark, it doesn't really fit all the time, like Snyder tried to do. Even though I enjoyed it, I like to go down the dark path,
yeah.
but it's not really who he was created to be. The new version of him is who he was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I
So
liked that one. I want to like
yeah,
that
I
one.
mean, it's
I
all, but
didn't
at
get
least
into
they're
it.
going towards visuals and all of that. That really comes down to the creators and the execution. But as far
Yeah.
as who was meant to be the best of us, it kind of embodies that. So Avengers or X Men?
Avengers. I've never read an X Men comic.
Wow, X Men is what turned me out. They popped my cherry in the golden age in the early '90s, especially when Wolverine got that first solo run. That
Oh
really
yeah,
did. Yeah, he was looking feral on those covers. Oh my God, you got to see
yeah.
the
The
hair on
the
his
Frank
face.
Miller run.
Oh my! I didn't even know what runs was. I just know from now being a student that was the golden age. But I didn't even have comic book shops in my neighborhood in '91. That was the crack era coming out of the project. I had the corner store. The corner store had the
Oh
swiveling,
yeah.
and I
Yep.
used to buy from there. There were really no stores that were dedicated to selling comic books. Thanos or Darkseid?
Thanos.
I love Darkseid though. Manga or comic books?
I didn't catch that.
Manga or American comic books?
Oh, American comic books. But I mean, there's some stuff you can't fault manga on. Like their
Nah.
sense of action is
Phew.
just
Definitely got
pristine.
that.
Everything else, I would say they need to study Western stuff a little more.
Yeah, some people just die hard, like they don't see the flaws in certain things. I'm like, man, there's a lot of
Yeah,
things that they don't get right, and there's a lot of things that they do, but it all goes to each of his own. Art is always going to
yeah,
be subjective. So it's subjective. That's what it is.
yeah. I
Frosted
read
Flakes
One
or
Punch Man,
cornflakes?
and that they've been going on the same plot line for like what feels
But
like the
I've
last
never read
50
One Punch
issues.
Man. I like seen it briefly, but what from people are mostly saying is that it's supposed to be satirical. I guess
Yeah,
does it give it? Is it supposed to? I don't know. I never
I
really. Is it
I feel like that's an
intentionally
excuse.
satirical or
Like
maybe accidentally?
the joke of the satirical part of One Punch Man comes out every once in a very long while. Like for the
Okay.
most part, it is what it says it's satirizing, and then
Yes.
occasionally they'll pull the satire card and just like get out of the situation that they wrote themselves into. But for the most
Oh, so
part,
the satire is just a tool to get out of their plot armor. Like
I
they
don't even
wrote
know.
themselves into a box and then they'll just pull out the card to get themselves out of it.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
it
know if
like
it's supposed
that?
to be an easy button, but I just mean it's funny to get them out of the situation, but I don't think it counts as satire if 90% of the time what you're doing and building is completely earnest superhero fiction. And then every now and then you're like, just kidding.
Okay, nah. Then yeah, you break you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're suspending my disbelief. You're suspending my belief when you do that. Like it's like
Hmm.
breaking the fourth wall. You got to do it right. Like Deadpool does it great. He's a great understanding of it because that's inherently who he is. So you got to be
Yeah.
key when you do those type of things.
Yep.
Frosted Flakes or cornflakes?
Oh, cornflakes. I've
Yeah,
choked every time I've swallowed a mouthful of frosted flakes in my life. Every single time I've gotten them stuck in my throat and I've choked. So I'm done.
always hated Frosted Flakes. I always like cornflakes.
Tony can go to
French
hell.
toast. What the hell with Tony? French toast or pancakes?
Ooh, French toast.
That's my guy. See, you can learn a
Yep.
lot from this. This is a whole psychological evaluation. You don't even know.
Yeah.
It
I,
lets me to know you're. To me, it lets me know at the end, or you're an asshole or somebody I want to have a beer with. You know, that's why I look at it. Pepsi or Coke?
oh, Coke.
Coke is it.
Yep,
That's the
Coke is
best,
it.
best chaser in the world. Batman or Superman?
Superman. But Batman has better. Superman stories are better short stories, and
Better writer,
Batman has
bro.
better long adventures.
Yeah, he does, and he's more marketable. That's why there's 100 covers for Absolute Batman.
I have a Superman story in mind, and if I ever get huge, I'm going to be able to write it. It's a
I got
short
one.
Superman horror story,
I got one
and I
for
know that doesn't.
Daredevil and Silver Surfer. Those are my two favorites. In case I get that big one day.
Yeah.
You always got to keep one in the tuck, man, and you're not a real fanboy. I got something for Norman Rad. I'm about to get deep, try to make people cry and shit. I love the
Oh
Silver
man.
Surfer. I
All
love the
right.
Silver Surfer. I mean, he had a surfboard to fucking space. Are you sorry for my language? My gosh.
Oh my
He was
goodness.
just so freaking cool when I seen him on that swivel rack. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, he does not have a silver surfboard in space. Awesome, like awesome levels 1 10,000 with that one. Anyway,
I don't think
Biggie
I've
or
ever
Tupac?
read a. Sorry.
You never read about Zen
I don't think I've
Lao?
ever read a Silver Surfer comic, but like I
Oh man,
appreciate the
Silver
visuals.
Surfer used to pontificate on that surfboard and have existential crises while he's riding through the Milky Way.
Yeah.
I freaking love the writing on this shit, man. It was real cosmic. I love cosmic Marvel. That's my favorite.
Yeah. The idea of cosmic surfing is so good.
It's fucking amazing. That, in my imagination, that's what I want to do, bro.
If you hear
Next
something,
one, Big.
my dog's
Sorry,
getting real
we're about
sassy
to
at
end
me.
real soon. Biggie or Tupac?
Oh, I've been sleeping on both of them forever. I'm more of a
Okay.
Wu-Tang guy, but
Say no more, bro.
I
Say
think
no
I
more.
owe Biggie a shot
All right.
because, and I'm because listen, I'm not a rhymes guy. I don't care about
Mhm.
rhymes. I don't care how good you are at rhyming or like he brought this syllable into this and it's crazy. I like the flow. So if you
Yeah.
got like an
Delivery is always what it is, man.
yeah. So for me, I don't care what it is, like how good Eminem rhymes or anything. He sounds awful, and all I want to hear is Ice Cube. He could rap the phone book, and I'm sitting there, I'm locked in.
Because of the delivery, and that's how I felt on today was a good day. It wasn't no crazy bars, it wasn't no double entendres. It was just
Yeah,
a guy talking about a real freaking great day in the
and
hood.
he picks the stompiest beats, and I think
Oh
that's important.
God, his piece was amazing, bro. That was a whole
Ridiculous.
that was a vibe for me in the '90s. He's totally now looking back, man. He's underrated.
Yep.
Where would you rather live, Wakanda or Asgard?
Oh, Wakanda.
I always choose Asgard because there's a little secret. Every greatest weapon that's ever went through Marvel has came through Asgard at one time or another, and I just would like to be there to take my picking.
Yeah, but my thing is that I'm a very peaceful person, and I would want to live in Wakanda because they're so well defended that I wouldn't need to have any weapons.
This is true. This is true. I will tell you this. I won't lose if I get any other. It will still be
Mm.
as awesome. All right, next one. Thundercats or Transformers?
Oh, Transformers.
Okay, because when
I,
Optimus Prime died, I cried. Just like to let you
yeah,
know, I cried like a baby.
I was there for Transformers Generation One, and it was the best. That hit when I was in like second grade.
Mhm.
That there was no better toy. I have a favorite toy that's not Transformers, but there was no better feeling.
Really, the only other toys better than Transformers to me that actually there was three toys that did it for me. It was the Transformers, it was He-Man because I was a big
Oh
He-Man
yeah,
fan, and Voltron. When I got all five lines and I formed Voltron, that's core
yeah,
memory. Core
yeah,
memory. Little do I know that if I didn't open them boxes, I could be selling for how much whatever the hell them things is selling for.
yeah.
But I was there at the beginning. And that first Transformers movie when Optimus Prime died, OMG. I don't know why they would do such a thing to little kids like that. That was really difficult for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's alive and all that, but I still ain't get over it. Just like I never got over Never Ending Story and the horse. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go into
Oh,
it. I'm not gonna go into
Neverending
it.
Story was rough.
It's rough. Too much childhood trauma. I don't really want to revisit it
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm still
Anyway,
mad at
Star
Jim
Wars.
Henson about a lot of crap.
Yeah, Star Wars or Star Trek.
Oh, I was Star Wars for much of my life, and then I worked in Star Wars at Hasbro, and they
Mm.
fired me because I was in on episode 3 secrets. I was under an NDA. I never gave away any secrets, but they found out I was on a Star Wars message board, and Lucasfilm lawyers had me fired from the company.
Oh,
So
wow, what a message,
yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Crazy.
So I lost my dream job because Lucasfilm lawyers were
Man.
scared.
Oh, I was
Stop!
about to
My
say
dog is
that shit is
wooing at me.
cool,
Stop
bro.
it.
Star Wars. I love them both. I like Star Wars much of my younger life, and now that my imagination is more big. Star Trek trying to kind of took over, like the
Yeah.
intricacies of actually really discovering new stuff, and what if that was true, is kind of like leading me more now.
And
The
you know what's
Jordan
great
over
about
Braun. No, go ahead.
you
Finish
know
what you
what's
were saying.
what's great about Star Trek, and I'm not even that much of a Star Trek guy, but I have enjoyed some of it.
Yes.
What I love about it is that it's utopian fiction in a world where we only get like maybe we get one utopian fiction story to, you know, 700 dystopian sci-fi stories.
Yes, dystopian is much more popular.
Yeah, so like
It was so fucking fucked up, man.
yeah, and it's just a perfect world where
That's
everybody's thin and everybody gets along, but
yo.
they just go out to the fringes of space where there's problems.
Then
But
there's
otherwise
the
things are
problem,
great.
and man, you hit it on the friggin' money. That's why I was watching the episode once, and they were laughing at like racism, how it was a thing, and
Yeah.
how we all thought we were different people. Like they were just laughing at the stupid shit that was going on in the past. Like, yo, remember when we were all assholes? Like type of conversation, like right? And I was like, God damn, I yearn for when we were all at. Why can't we become a type 2 civilization? I'd rather fight
Yeah.
aliens. Like, it is so corny. Like, I'm sick of this season of Earth every fucking year. Like, it's the
Yeah.
same dumb shit. We're revisiting the old episodes now. It's like, what
Yep.
the
It's a
hell,
very
bro? Like,
bad
what?
season right now.
Yeah, like why can't we just invent cool shit and explore? Like fuck, man. Anyway,
Yeah.
like if you really hit it on the money like that, make my heart yearn. Because then I come out that episode and I got to deal with such and such has been kidnapped and put into
Yeah.
jail. This
Guess what
dictator,
he said
we're
today?
about to invade such and such because we think that they have something and it's
Yep.
like holy shit. We're just gonna kill people and find out.
Yep.
Like
Every
Jordan.
day.
Like all right, so Jordan or LeBron.
I I I have no basis of anything for either of those.
All right, that's
I
okay.
understand they're both nice people. All I
If it's not
I
your
don't
thing, you
follow.
can't really make, what you gonna do? Make an
I
uninformed
have.
decision? It's not in your sphere of understanding.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't
not a
care about
sports
that
guy
right
in
now.
any sense, but I have
Okay.
heard that LeBron has really good philanthropic endeavors. Like he's donated a
Put it
lot of
like this.
money
If
and
you want to do
time.
it as an athlete, I choose Jordan. I lived through both eras. If you want to do it as a person, I do not want to have a drink with Jordan. I'd rather have a drink with LeBron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah. No
he seems
scandals,
like a good
beautiful
dude.
family, always stuck there, married his childhood sweetheart, had 3 kids, did what he had to do to make his son realize his dream, gives back to those who don't have, open his own schools. Hey, sounds like a general human being without me actually knowing him. And
Yeah,
that's
anybody that opens schools is a good person, I think.
yeah, that's it. And we're just going off from the outside because we never know what it is going on the inside. I don't really look at nobody as a hero anyway, except the ones I
Mm.
create. So anyway, Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Oh, I'm also not a car guy, but
But
just
since
going
you
on
picked this one to
design,
sport,
you can't beat Lamborghini for that iconic design. It looks like a shaver.
yeah, yeah, but I'm a Ferrari guy. That horse is much more iconic to me.
Ugh. I couldn't even tell you what a Ferrari looks like.
You see that I don't even care what it looks like once it has the horse on it. I'm just gonna be
Yeah,
real with you.
Eh,
If I
I'm
ever
much
make it,
more.
that will be my symbol to know that I admit it. It will be
Yeah.
there in the front. There will be signs. Beer
If
or
I had tons
wine.
of money, I would still get a Honda CRV.
Because that's not your thing. And here's the thing: I'm not really a car guy anyway. I would just really have
Yeah.
one Ferrari. Like I literally don't care about nothing else. And the other car will be the practical one, and it'll probably be
Nice.
a hybrid. So,
Nice.
but that would
Yeah.
just be my cool. Always dreamt about it when I was on the porch type of purchase. So I give you this one: Attack on Titan or One Piece.
I have never. I went through a little bit of Attack on Titan, and I didn't like it.
I must
And One
admit these
Piece.
questions are designed for my guests. I've never seen either.
Yeah.
Just letting
One
you
Piece.
know.
I every time I see anything on One Piece, I'm like, what the hell is that show about? He
And one
stretches,
day I
and
will watch it when I feel like I want to, or maybe if I'm trapped somewhere and can't leave in a blizzard or something, and it happens to be at them, and maybe I'll check it out. But I'm really not in a rush to jump on any bandwagons, and they
yeah.
don't. And if something doesn't interest me, just on me looking, I'm not really going to force myself. I'm going to choose to spend my time the way I want to, so I'm not going to do that, especially with 900 some episodes. No, thank you.
I'm
Beer
firmly
or
on the side
wine?
of I don't think I'm going to give it a shot.
Maybe,
I
but you
think
never know. Come on, man. I'm in the algorithm, so it might just, jump onto me one day. Who knows? Beer or wine?
wine. I don't really like either, but wine.
You prefer that. All right.
Yeah.
Joker or Lex Luthor?
Oh, I mean, Joker's way more interesting. Like
Definitely.
you've had three
Much
amazing
more.
Joker performances, and it feels like the Joker's just a lock for every amazing. Oh my God, someone's gonna play the Joker. This is gonna be
Yeah.
astonishing, and it's you're looking forward to it way more than you're looking forward to Lex Luthor.
Because
I don't know.
he's such an individual, there's really not many if any characters try to embody him, you would know automatically there's a ripoff because he just stands out so much.
Yeah, yeah,
He's definitely on the Mount Rushmore villains. And that leads
yeah.
me to my last question, which is who's the greatest fictional villain of all time?
Fictional villain. Oh man. Okay, okay. You got to give me a second.
No, I have a
Now I'm
definite answer. I'm not going to give it to you.
okay. Okay.
Even though it's an opinion based question, I'm still going to give it to you as a fact. But when you're
Sure.
done. Yeah.
Um, I enjoy the recent thing that Marvel's been doing, where they give you a villain where you understand their motivation. Like
Okay.
I'm not
Now, I
saying
understand
Killmonger's
that. I
it,
understand
but
where you're coming from with that. But remember, this is not only superheroes, it's all fiction.
yeah, yeah, all
Okay.
fiction.
Okay.
But like I like that when you watch a villain and you're like, oh, he's pretty awful, but I I kind of agree with him.
Yeah,
I
you
think he's
understand
right.
him. That's how I feel with Magneto.
Mm. Um. Oh, I just had an answer. Whoa, man, I'm like caroming around. I might be Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter? Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting one.
although
Never got
I
that
think he
answer
evolved
there.
into he evolved
Nice.
into more of an anti-hero by the last book.
Yeah. Coming from the absolute scum of the earth to an anti-hero is a great character development, I must say.
He always had a nobility about him, Lowe's. I mean, he
Yeah,
was a
yeah, in a
murderer, but
twisted, dark way. You're right.
yeah, he had his rules about it. He had if you
Wow.
if you broke etiquette with him, that was it for you.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
if you
He's
were just a
very
polite person, you were
nice little
fine.
nuanced thing. Yes, it's very funny
Mm.
too. It's all kind of Joker-esque too. We like to get into the mind of madmen. I guess
Yeah,
that's what it is. We try to
Mad Men are
examine.
super interesting.
Hmm. Well, my answer is Darth Vader.
Yeah, that was the first one that came to mind
Yeah,
because he redeemed
even
himself.
on popularity. I mean, if we had to dissect it, maybe he doesn't pack a punch as maybe another villain who has a deeper motivation. But just off the iconic look, character design, and like movie moment in cultural history. Even if you're
Yeah.
not like a comic book geek like me or you, or people who are immersed in this, if you're just a casual, he still stands out. It's not
Hmm.
like you understand. So you definitely be on the Mount Rushmore as far as popularity goes. And then the Luke, I'm
Sure.
your father revelation is like, as a writer, that's the greatest revelation you can make
Yeah,
to
that's
your
pretty good.
audience. Like,
I
as
do
a
have a
writer, I
counterpoint.
look to make that type of revelation in one of my stories.
Yeah.
To you never to see it coming, and then boom, Luke, I'm your father? What? Whoa, 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 stop. There's so many questions I have. like,
It,
and then to do that, and, like to see him be the first one to do a prequel, not understanding like he wanted to finish the arc because no one knew him in the '70s or Star Wars or what the hell this IP is. That's the
yeah.
struggles of the new IP, right? So to struggle as a new IP, I'm like, it made sense that you told 4, 5, and 6, right? Because you wanted to get into the swing of action, which is what I'm doing on my first issue and other titles. Because you don't know me, I'm not Spider-Man. I don't have 60 years of iconic, popularity. Like
Mm-hmm.
you need to know what this world is, who are the members, what are the odds, what are the stakes, who's cool, who's what. Get feeling of personalities, and you got to keep that, and then do it at a pace, that
Yeah.
doesn't lose the audience. So it's a tricky thing when you're doing your first. And understanding who you are, self awareness is something people don't have. I speak to a lot of guys that I guess because it's something they always dreamed and they look at it as a hobby. They look at it as something. Wait, hold on. What the hell?
What the hell?
Yeah, it's all about the pacing. So they look at it like I'm just gonna get into this story and I don't want to reveal this, and I'm like, yo, bro, nobody knows you, bro. And I don't know. It's like you having to watching a movie you never seen. If it's taking very long to land its plane, I'm not gonna give it the chance. Like
Yeah.
unless it's a part 2 and it's a part 3 to a already established intellectual property, and I know what to come with it. Like if it's Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm gonna give it some time because I know Freddy's coming. But no one knows anything. Will you taking time to introduce the protagonist? What are you doing? Like, yeah, nah, bro. No one's sticking around for that. Unless you're
I
gonna
have
release 10 issues one time.
yeah. I have a counterpoint to your Darth Vader thing, which is,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
Darth Vader's a great choice, or at least he
Okay.
was up until a certain point where they reveal that, oh, he just mass murdered a bunch of children. At that
Yeah.
point, I feel that they have undone his redemption because I don't care if he redeemed himself. Like
Yes.
you
Yes.
can,
Yes. And
oh,
it felt
he
like that's
made
what
up
he
with his
was trying
son.
to do, but he did so much. You like, damn. I think he deserved to die.
Yeah, like I don't care that you redeemed yourself in the end. I still want you
Yeah.
to die painfully. Like at
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
point,
But that's
like
okay too. It's okay. I don't really care what you feel. What I'm scared of is you don't feel nothing when you walk away from my story.
mm,
So if you feel anger, you feel rage, you feel this, or you feel it should have did it, at least you felt. So
yeah,
but just the revelation alone, not even what he did, but just the peak revelation and how it unfurled up to that point.
hmm
It's peak writing. It's just you're in the middle of the battle, and then yo, bro, I'm your father.
yeah.
Like you see what I'm saying to you? Like it hit. It just
It
hit.
did,
It did
dude.
what it was supposed to do. That's all I'm
Yeah, no,
saying.
it was great. It blew minds. Then I
Yeah.
feel like
I
they
mean,
they
just
just
like this Mandalorian run when he came through and then Luke comes through at the end and we all go crazy.
yeah
Like, the writers were in a room like children and they went crazy. And that's who's supposed to be writing these things. You could tell they were fans of the story.
I agree with that. Yeah,
But at the end, I
definitely.
was like, holy cow! Okay. Let me chill out. All right. I didn't
Yeah,
know. I
yeah,
didn't know it was gonna be him coming in. Like, okay, cool. This is the way.
nice.
It pulled me back in, right? Because I was like, I put Star Wars to the back burner because all these iterations after Disney took it over, it wasn't really flowing like I wanted it to, right? But then when the
Yeah,
Mandalorian came and he's sticking to his premise. He had some kind of discipline and virtue with it. It was like, okay, I think I could run with this. Let's go, and it brought me back.
that's
Good
cool.
writing, bro. It taught me as a writer, this is what you aspire to do. Maybe you could take a dead franchise and pump life into it. You know what I'm saying to you? But how you write it is all about the execution. Because we all seen
Yeah,
great IPs executed poorly and it was trash. So it is what it is.
yeah.
End it on that
Mm.
note right now. TikTok is giving me the signal that I'm going too long. I talk a lot, so that happens on all my episodes, so I don't feel bad. So I think I picked the right profession as podcast. So,
Nice.
all right,
That's
Tom,
good.
man, it was great talking with you. Please keep posting your videos, especially the ones when you're doing the bubbles and writing
Oh
and
yeah, you
teaching
like
about
those?
science and lettering. Please continue them. Put them on your page. You
Thanks.
post them. I really appreciate them. Just that because we as content creators sometimes we think we're like throwing things into a dark void and no one's listening. But people are out here, especially me, and I'm listening. So
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow. It's already late, and we're
All
gonna
right.
discuss what the prices are, or whatever for the book. It's 24 pages. I'll be able to send you the script so you can know, like, what you're working with or what you'll have to work with.
Sounds good.
And yeah, just a simple agreement. You keep everything under wraps until everything comes out, and then that's
Yeah.
it.
All right.
All right,
Sounds
my brother.
good.
It was great speaking with you. This is Bristol Media Group, where imagination lives. Join us on our journey to tell amazing stories. This is the good brother Tom Martin, letterer, inker, and colorer extraordinaire. Please hit him up. I will be posting him. I will be posting clips from this interview. The full interview will be on YouTube, and it will also be on Spotify. And I will be posting this tomorrow and tagging him in on it. Go check out his content. Go check out his work. Click the link in his bio. And if you want to hire him for coloring, inking, or lettering, I just hired him for my book. So if that's a good referral to you guys out there, and this is the book that I've been sitting with for 10 years. So, and you'll see when he's done what his work is. And I feel really great about this book. And it's something that's a passion of mine. So I know you'll be able to pump great life into it. So thank you
Excellent.
very much for joining me tonight. And
Thank
everybody
you,
out
man.
there, Indie Creators Assemble, have a blessed night.